Antonio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. These are 4 cases, DUI cases, that Judge Fleischer is tackling in one court docket. And what makes it interesting, now, let's get this right. I don't know if any of you was ever on a road or been by a person that was under the influence of anything, drugs, alcohol. Those could be some scary situations. But do you know what at least 3 out of the 4 people asked Judge Fleischer? Can I drive? Do you know driving is a privilege? It's not a birthright. It's a privilege. That's why you got to learn how to drive. You got to take driving courses, and you got to maintain your presence on the road. That's being a good citizen, stopping at stop signs, stopping at traffic lights, not rear-ending someone, and you need to maintain insurance. You in certain places you got to maintain good tires, good emissions. But these people didn't maintain anything. All they cared about is can I drive? So let's dive into these cases. For those that don't know me, my name is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe. We drop videos on this channel almost every day. So don't hesitate to look at our videos and subscribe to the channel. But let's dive into the content.
Eric Flores. Mr. Flores, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. This is a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On August 17th, 2024, officers observed a Silverado with expired registration, May of 2023, and initiated a traffic stop. Officers smelled the mild odor of alcohol in his breath, observed slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, and there were empty Modelo bottles on the floorboard. Defendant exited the vehicle and he had a dead steady gait. He stated that he had not consumed any alcohol, but had purchased beers from Fiesta Shopping Mart. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, 6 of 6 for the HG and 7 of 8 for the walk and turn, 2 of 4 for the one-leg stand. The IC was read, the blood warrant was drafted, blood was taken. His prior DUI is from 2004 and his driver's license is eligible.
Does he have any other prior DUIs other than these 2? Have you run his NCIC?
Those are just the only 2 we see, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Flores, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? You have a valid Texas driver license. Do you have liability insurance in your name?
My name, yeah, well, yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Because I'm ordering you not to drive unless you have valid liability insurance that says Eric Estuardo Flores on it.
It's 4 people in the insurance.
Okay. I'm now putting a restriction on your license. You are not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have a guardian interlock. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock on it, I will arrest you, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If you test positive for drugs or alcohol, likewise, your bond will be revoked. You will go to jail. You need a lawyer to represent you. This is a DWI. There's a lot of timing requirements. So I would not wait a month or 2 months to get a lawyer because you may suffer a loss of your driver's license. Do you understand? So I will have you go to Victoria, sign and reset. After that, you'll get with pretrial for your bond conditions. And after that, you'll be free to go.
Next judge is page 5. Garza, come on up.
Garza Faz,
That's right, sir.
you are also charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On August 15th, 2024, at approximately 5:30 in the afternoon, officers were dispatched to a meet the officer call and spoke with a witness who observed that a Silverado had almost hit him And the driver when the driver of the Silverado exited the vehicle, he had a 16-ounce can of Lone Star beer in his hands. Officers met with the defendant, who had bloodshot eyes, had mild odor of alcohol in his breath, slurred speech, and admitted to drinking a beer earlier in the day. Officers conducted field sobriety tests, 6 of 6 for HGN, 4 of 8 for walk and turn, 3 of 4 for one leg stand. DIC was read, search warrant was executed, and blood was drawn.
He actually had a beer in his hand as he's getting out of the darn car.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm now ordering you not to drive at all for any reason, Mr. German. Faz, you will be signing an affidavit with me today. If I find that you drive, and I don't care what you're doing, I don't care where you're going. If you drove here, you're not allowed to drive home. I will have a contempt hearing. You will be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine because I will hold you in contempt, slap you with 180 days in jail. Do you understand? And every time you drive, it's an offense in and of itself.
Yes.
Do you understand? Because it's a second offense, I'm now ordering you to obtain a handheld interlock device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. If you consume alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, likewise, your bond will be revoked. You will be placed into jail. You will not get any more PR bonds, sir. Does he have only 2 DWIs?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've done a full NCIC to see.
I previously did a double checking, Your Honor.
Mr. Faz, I'm going to have you come up here, swear to me that you're not going to drive. After that, you will get to Victoria. You're going to have to sign a reset.
Oh, step back.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
You will then get with pretrial for your bond conditions. We will give you a reset for you to go hire a lawyer. You need a lawyer to represent you in this case. And I would do it quick. Do not wait because you will suffer your loss of your license if you just sit there and wait. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you file conditions on Anwar and
I did, Your Honor. Sometimes they go to the ether. I'll double check to see where they went.
you Claritza Leon Borges? Ma'am, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. That means you are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you.
Officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle after it braked multiple times, failed to signal a lane change several times, and failed to maintain a constant speed. The speed of the vehicle varied from 52 miles per hour to 74 miles per hour within a 60 mile per hour zone. Officers observed the strong odor of alcohol in her breath, and she admitted to drinking alcoholic beverages. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. 6 of 6 for the HGN, 5 of 8 for the walk and turn, 3 of 4 for the one leg stand. The DIC was read. She consented to a breath sample, and the results were 0.181 and 0.181.
Ms. Leon Borges, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
Resident.
Do you have a Texas driver license? Can you run your license, please? Lou?
Sure.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? You are,
No, bajo el nombre de mi hijo.
No, it's on under my son's name.
and you are not allowed to drive.
Usted no está permitida, no.
Unless you have liability insurance, you are not allowed to drive. And I'm making that a condition of your bond.
Condición de su cancel.
I'm also ordering as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I will randomly test you. If I find that you consume alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. I don't know if you're a resident or not, and quite frankly, it doesn't matter to me. But you need to be aware that if you go to jail and there's any kind of problem with your immigration paperwork, immigration sweeps the jail on a daily basis. They will find you, put a detainer on you. You will be stuck in custody until this case is over with and then shipped off to immigration. So be careful what you do. I will protect Harris County in every way. Do not consume alcohol. Don't get into a car. Otherwise, I'll put you in jail. Now,
No puedo manejar. So I can't drive?
not until you have liability insurance
En la aseguranza.
and you get approval from us.
Reciba permiso después de nosotros. Ay, yo creo que la puse así porque me salía más barato. I put it that way because it came out cheaper.
I don't care why you did. You need insurance on that covers you, not just your son. If you get into an accident and you mangle someone else's car, they're not going to cover you unless you're on the policy.
Bajo la póliza. Okay.
I want to make sure that if you're out there driving from our court, that you are protected, and more importantly, that everybody else is protected. That's why I'm doing this.
That's fine.
Now,
Ahora,
do you have a lawyer?
¿tiene abogado? No.
What do you do with yourself?
¿Qué hace?
Do you work?
¿Trabaja? Ahora mismo no.
Not
at the moment.
How do you survive?
My partner supports me.
Okay, what does your partner do?
Él hace Él trabaja transporte, una empresa de transporte. a transportation company.
Okay, and how much money does he make a month?
Gana el mes. Ahí está. I don't know, he's over there.
Okay, well then what I'll do is I'm going to give you time so you guys can go research about finding a lawyer.
De contratar un abogado.
There are 10,000 plus one lawyers in Harris County. 99% of them will put you on a payment plan if you ask, and you can negotiate with them. That's what you need to do. Don't call one or two lawyers. You may have to call 10 to 20 lawyers to find one that fits you. Just like anything in life, you know, when you go buy a car, you don't go to a Ferrari dealership. You don't go to a Porsche dealership. You go to Honda, Toyota, something reasonable. It's the same thing with a lawyer. But we will give you plenty of time. I will tell you that there's a lot of timing requirements with the DUI. So don't wait because you might suffer the loss of your license if you take too long. For now, I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, you'll get with free trial for your bond conditions. And after that, you'll be free to go, man. Yeah.
Le van a dar el permiso.
I need her to sign this affidavit though. Hold on. What's your name? Preacher.
Good job.
What is your name, ma'am?
Mariah Rashad.
Mariah. Okay, thank you, Mariah. So you got it on. So I don't know if I told you no weapons as well though, right?
Yes, you did. and I got
Okay, thanks, Mariah. Okay, ma'am, what is your last name? Stevens. Tarlin Stevens? Tarlin. Ms. Tarlin Stevens, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. On August 16th, at 9:48 in the morning, officers were flagged down by staff at Taqueria Mexico restaurant regarding the disturbance in the drive-through line. While investigating, officers made contact with the defendant, who was the sole occupant of her car, sitting in the driver's seat with the engine on. Officers observed the defendant to have slurred speech, glassy eyes, and an odor of alcohol in her breath. She was detained and Stanfield sobriety tests were performed. 6 to 6 for HGN, 7 of 8 for walk and turn, 4 of 4 for one leg stand. Additionally, there was an opened bottle of Moscato in the back seat and a styrofoam cup with liquid that was the same color as the Moscato in the center console.
Just alcohol in the car?
Yes, sir. The officers didn't test the alcohol, but that's the
It was
presumption.
Gatorade.
BIC was read, blood warrant was executed, and blood was drawn.
Does she have any prior to the check?
She has no prior criminal history, Your Honor.
Stevens, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward. So I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm gonna randomly test you. If I find that you consume alcohol or any kind of dope, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor, no.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a valid Texas driver license, ma'am? Do you have liability insurance? Can you run our license, please? Logan?
Eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will first have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Mariah for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go. If you value your license, I would get on a lawyer quick. Don't sit there and wait a month or 2 months because you're only hurting yourself. Okay? Okay, ma'am, please.
Okay, so thank you for tuning into this case, these video for 4 cases, of course. If you didn't watch all 4 cases, go back, look at each case so you can see the perspective of addicts. They got Uber, they have Lyft, they got designated drivers, they have family friends. One guy that was pulled over had the beer in his hand. And his rebuttal was, can I drive? Yeah, you can't make it up. That's what he want to know. Can he drive? And my thing is, would you want a fool like that on the road next to you? Tell me, can he drive? Driving is a privilege. It's not a birthright. And when people abuse the system of not doing things right, no, I do not think that those people should be able to drive. I just don't. And you're going to have your opinions about things, and I'm going to have mine. But as a person that was hit on the road by a DUI driver, I was hit on the road with a person who was using his cell phone. That's scary, man. When you become distracted drivers, and we all can get distracted. People could call you. You could be using a GPS. It can happen to anybody. Don't act like you better than anybody. I don't like those type people. I'm better than you. No, you're not. It can happen to anybody. The point that I'm saying is this: do your best to go where you need to go and come back home. Because when you don't obey the traffic laws to a certain extent, that causes harm to other people. When some people get on the road, they think it's all about them. They'll do rolling stops. They won't stop at the stop sign. The first thing they do is blow their horn when you're at the stoplight if you don't go fast enough. And then you got to understand, like yesterday we were driving and we were about to go through the light, and the person ran the red light after our light was green for about 2 seconds. 2 seconds might not seem like a long time, but when driving, it is a long time. But no, I don't think that these people should drive. I think these people should sit in the home and ride a tricycle. That's words of wisdom from Team Tiggio. Thank you for all my new subscribers. Don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. You can support the channel through Cash App, Super Chat, and once again, we will see you in the next video.